Hello. So I am back today to swatch my new White Nights watercolors, the Granulation and Natural Earth set. I taped the pastel set that I had yesterday, and here is that swatch card. I'm going to check to make sure I'm in the... There is that one. And I normally don't use a lot of pastels, but I had a lot of ideas of doing like confectionery kind of things, like popsicles and ice cream cones and cupcakes and things. I think that can work well with the pastels. But I do love granulation. I love earth. So this is a palette that I'm really interested in trying out. And I will go ahead and swatch those for you today. Let's see where we can start. So I've actually labeled all of these already, and today I did add the pigments underneath, because that is something that people are particularly interested in finding out about. So I will go ahead and call those off, and so you can have the pigments. Some of these pigments on the package was really small, so I may have, let me double check. Let's see. Well, I don't have my reading glasses, so I'm just going to hope that I got it right. So here we go. Yellow Tough. And it's a very nice, it's almost like a raw sienna, I think. Kind of a brownish gold ochre, raw sienna color. And these wet super easily. Like literally just dip your brush in water, dip them in the paint, and they're ready to go. So the Yellow Tough is a PBK8 and PY43. Let me make this a little, oops, that's a mistake, actually, because I just dipped this into the other color and put it on top of the Yellow Tough. So I mixed red, brown, hematite. It makes a pretty color, but that's not... Let's see if I can dab this out here. Fix my little mistake. Yep. Oh, it lifts nice. That was a good, that's a good demonstration of how you can lift this paint. So this one isn't really particularly staining. Let me go back and do the Yellow Tough again. Dark. And then bring it out. See how it's pretty. Okay. All right, now I'm going to do the red, brown hematite, which is PBR7. It's rich. It's a rich reddish brown, kind of almost like a burnt sienna. I do love my earth tones. And see the granulation here. And I'm going to just put some water right on the edge. See. Dab a little. See how it moves. Do that on this side too here. Yeah, these are These are very nice. They're very affordable for professional watercolors. I was really interested in trying these out a few years ago. Well, more than a few years ago now. Because a lot of people are saying, oh, that they really liked White Nights, and I had never tried them. And then they were pretty much impossible to get here in the U.S. for a while, but I actually saw them on Amazon. And of course, you know, Amazon's not my favorite place to buy art materials, but it was my only option if I wanted to try these colors. So the next color is a gray violet granite, gray violet granite, and it is PBR7. And let's get that. It's kind of a grayish. It's like a grayish. There's violet tones in there. See how dark it gets. Yeah, let me put some water on the side here. And watch it disperse. I dab some water. And then dab the paint in. Oops, look at this run over here. Yeah. Well, this paint likes to run, so that's actually really a nice feature. So there's a lot of movement in this paint. Put that back. All right, the next color is Augite Porphyroid. Porphyroid, I don't even know what that is. It's some kind of a, probably some kind of mineral. Augite Porphyroid. I could look that up later. And this is PR 102. I'm actually swatching on Hahnemuller paper. I will show you what I'm using in a couple minutes. It's nice paper. It's supposed to be cold press, and it is, but there's not a lot of texture to this paper. And okay, I had to pause the video because I had to sneeze. And let's put some water on the side here and dip a little bit of paint. You know, this red brown hematite is just something else. It's really beautiful. I like the yellow tuff too. I don't know. These are okay, but we'll see what they look like when they dry. Okay. Scarlet Mist. So I like to order a lot of handmade watercolors. Now these aren't handmade, but I've been ordering a lot of watercolors from Europe. This is the first order from a maker in Russia. I've ordered from 2 makers in Ukraine, Latvia, Italy, let's see, Germany, what else? Italy, Germany, Latvia. There's one other place, Ukraine. Oh, and then, of course, small makers here in the United States, here in San Francisco, Case for Making. Oh, this is really beautiful. Look at that. There's some colors in here. Scarlet Mist is PG19 and PR 188. That is an interesting color. I do like that. That would be really cool to use for making bricks because of all the different variations in there. Wow. Wow. if you're going to do some architectural, like there's brick. Oh, very nice. I have some allergies, I think. Something. We have had such an exceptionally cold. I mean, it's always foggy in San Francisco in the summertime. Mark Twain's famous for saying the coldest winter I ever spent was a summer in San Francisco, and you're not lying. It's pretty abysmal, but this one was exceptionally, like, it doesn't even barely burn off. I mean, it's been fog all summer long and wind, and today was raining, drizzle rain all day. I mean, it's like moody and romantic, but every day, I don't know. So I'm looking forward to our Indian summers, which are beautiful here. And if you are watching, I would love to see where you're watching from. If you want to put in the comments down below where you're watching from, what part of the world you are. I love that. I love to travel. I love meeting people from all over the world and learning about other cultures. Yep. Oh, this is interesting. Ruby Mist. This has a lot of, oh, that's deep. Here, that's a dark. And then, let's see here. Could add more water. And see what this can do. I don't think this moves as much. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Really nice. Okay, well, I want to change my water. That's interesting. Wonder, so this is a PG19 and PR 170. Rose Mist is next. This looks like a blue, but I don't think it is blue. It's like a purple. Okay. Now these paints come in a plastic tin. Well, it's not a tin, a plastic container that's actually very ingenious. I normally don't like plastic, but I'll show you how this works in a minute. Probably, let me show you on the other. These are really cool, the way they pop out. So on my other set, this was the pastel set. I mean, it's chunky. It's a nice one, actually. Oh, and it comes with a card that you can, so you can know what you're getting into and you open this palette. This pops out, these little guys. Let's see. Yep, really easy. They pop out like this. And then on the bottom, you could just push and they'll come right out like that. And then to put them in, you just snap. Super easy. Really nice. And then it just snaps right back in. And then this piece here comes out so you can have more palette space. And you attach it. There's these two holes here. And you can put them, let's see, I want to make sure I do it right. Yep. Line it up. And there you go. And there you have a more palette space. You could also, okay, let me pop this back out. Oh, and here's a place for a brush on the top up here, a little travel brush. Here, let me show you. I've got a travel brush here to, well, oh, actually, this travel brush won't work. It's a little too fat. If you get a thinner one, you can put it in here. Let's see. Also, does this whole thing come out? No. Okay. But anyway, so you get the idea of what this palette is. Sturdy. It's nice, actually. Even though I do usually like metal or porcelain, this is really nice. And it's lightweight, actually, so it's lighter than the metal. So if you're carrying it around in your purse or your bag, it's not going to be as heavy. Okay. Back to where we were. Rose Mist. Wow. So there's a purple and there's some kind of like blues in there. The pigments in this are PB28 and PR122. Now the next color is Turquoise Rose Mist. I've never used these before, so I'm getting surprised, just like you. This is a nice one. Let's see, Turquoise Rose Mist. And that's PB28 and PR264. Okay. All right. Now the next color is a Green Mist. And Green Mist pigments are PB28 and PY3. Now, again, I was reading off the little packages here to get the pigments, and it was so small, and some of them are quite hard to read. So hopefully I didn't mess up on some of the, I wasn't sure on some of these if I was marking them down correctly, but hopefully I got it right. And this is Green Mist. Well, somebody decided to turn the TV on. I'm sorry about that. Actually, that's the voice of one of my favorites, Lily Moon. She has a YouTube channel and a Patreon. I'm a Patreon member of hers. She's absolutely lovely. She lives in Cyprus. She's a wonderful artist and so kind and sweet. And she has one of my favorite YouTube channels. And so, I don't know, somebody must have turned the TV on briefly. Okay, the next color is Yellowish Green Mist, and that is PB35, PY3. Yellowish Green Mist. Let's see. These aren't my favorite greens, but I think they're pretty useful. I think if I was actually doing a painting with them, they'd be really great. And then I could darken them. Did I dip that into the wrong one? Probably. I'm having quite the... Oh, that made a muddy mix. That was a mistake. But I think my paper towel can fix that. There we go. Yeah, I dipped the other green in here. Yep, there we are. So I started a new book a couple of days ago that, well, actually, I haven't had a lot of time to read it, but it's called Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro. And I'm really liking this. I think I'm going to really enjoy this book. It's kind of a gothic, dark fantasy. And they describe it as something kind of in the, like almost maybe a mix of X-Men and meets Harry Potter kind of thing. But I don't know about the Harry Potter bit, but because of the, no, it's its own unique book, and it right away from the very beginning it got me. It didn't take me any time at all to get into this book, and I know it's very long. It's almost like 650 pages at least, 648, something like that. And I will show you the cover because I do love books. I like to talk about books. I'd love to hear what you're reading. If you want to comment below and tell me what you're reading and what your favorite genre is. I do a lot of literary fiction and fantasy. I also, I don't know, a mix of many different things I like. I do like thrillers, but I like the thrillers on audiobook if they're good. And of course, romance is always fun. Modern romances. I hadn't read a romance since like maybe high school or college when we used to read the Harlequins, and it had been years and years since I had picked up a true romantic novel, but now they have these modern ones. I like Abby Jimenez. I thought her books are pretty good. Anyway, this color is Chromium Cobalt Mist, Chromium Cobalt Mist, PB28 and PG17. And that is really nice. It actually looks like almost like a forest green. I'm going to do some mixes with these just to see what we can come up with here after I'm done. And Gray Rose Mist. Okay, so this is a nice gray. It's almost Payne's grayish, black almost, or like a neutral tint. Maybe. I put a lot of water. This is going to take a while to dry. But that's how you can tell, like, the granulation when you use a lot of water. Okay. And Gray Rose Mist is PB29, PG17, and PR187. Okay, so here are the wet colors. Let me stand up. And I will let these dry and I will be back. So I got this book at the library. So it's a library book and it's called Ordinary Monsters. And I can't wait to finish it, and I will talk about it later, but I love this cover. I think it's very cool. It gives off the mood. The mood is kind of almost like, it takes place in the, I think it's the 1800s in all over England, the U.S. I think they end up in Japan at some point. And someone has referred to the kind of mood almost as steampunky. So I haven't gotten to that part of it yet. But there are some detectives that go around and trying to find these children with exceptional abilities called talents. And they are being picked up and basically kind of rescued to go to this school where they, I don't know. I'm going to find out about the school. I haven't gotten to that yet. I think it's a good place for them. I'm not 100% sure, but I think they're the good guys. But we'll see. And then there's also apparently a villain who is an excellently written villain where you really do get to understand his background and his motivations, but he's quite evil. I haven't read it. I haven't met him yet in the book because I'm so early on. I'm just right here, and this is how big the book is. It's quite large, but it's moving along. It's not a boring read. It's not hard to get into. So this is what I'm reading right now, and so I thought I would share that. And I think I'm gonna put this to the side and grab another piece of paper and do some mixes and see what we come up with. I think I'll use the other side of this paper to try that. Okay. All right, so let's see what it looks like if I mix. God bless you. So let's see what happens here if I mix the yellow Tough with the green, the darker green. Let's see what we come up with here. An olive green, of course. Some olive green. And I will write down what this mix is. This is yellow Tough. Let me get a better pen. Plus green mist. Let's see another mix that might be interesting. I think I'm going to try the rose mist with the gray rose mist and see what that looks like. I mean, this is all experimentation. It might not look right. It might not look very good, but we'll see. Very dark. So very deep, makes a very deep purple. I put too much. What did I put too much of? This wets so easily and so highly pigmented that you got to be careful. So this creates a very rich, deep purple. Add some water. Okay, this is gray rose mist. Plus rose mist. That's very nice, actually. I like it. Okay, the next one we'll try. And let me try this gray violet with turquoise rose mist. See what we can come up with on that one. So that's that's a gray violet is what that is. And I'm going to mix it with some of this. Okay, so that makes like a, what is that called, that blue? It's like a steel blue, like a cadet blue. Like, well, if you guys had Crayola crayons, maybe you would remember what that blue is like. It's like that's a nice gray blue, actually. And that one is turquoise rose mist. Plus gray violet. Now I'm gonna try, let me do it in here. I'm gonna do some mixes in here. I think I'm gonna try the gray violet again. That has a little bit of the blue in there already. Gray violet, mix it in here. And then add the yellow greenish mist. Let me see what happens. If anything interesting, I don't know. It's an odd mix, but oh, I like that green that it made. This is a good green. It's a more natural green, a green I'm more likely to actually use. And my pen ran away. Don't you hate that? It's just here a second ago. There it is. Okay. So, yellowish green mist. Plus gray violet. Yeah, I like that green a lot. That's not bad. All right, let's see. What else could we do? The ruby mist. With the gray rose mist. Let me try that. Ruby mist. With the gray rose mist. It makes like a reddish purple. Like almost like maybe a burgundy kind of. Let me see. A little bit more red. That's really nice. It almost looks like if any of you have Notono, like from A Gallo, that's kind of what it looks like here. So it's like it's a handmade Notono, which is one of their signature colors. I do like A Gallo a lot. All right. And that is Ruby Mist. Plus Gray Rose Mist. And let's see, turquoise rose mist. I'm going to mix turquoise rose mist with the green mist. Let's try that. With the green mist. Yeah, let's try that. I don't know. That doesn't do anything for me. I add a little bit more turquoise. Okay, you don't want to write anymore. Turquoise, rose mist, and green mist. I'm gonna, let's see, I'm kind of nervous about doing the scarlet mist with something because I like that so much, but let me try something with it. Let's do this with the yellow. Let's try some of that with the yellow. Just makes it more brown. It's a nice brown. Yep. It's a very nice brown. And this is Yellow Tough plus Scarlet Mist. I haven't tried mixing augite, porphyroid with anything. I wonder what that would look like with the blue. Let's try that. So, got that. Mix that with the turquoise. A little bit more of this, and then a little bit more of the blue. This makes a nice gray. I think I will do one more chromium cobalt, which I haven't mixed anything with chromium cobalt yet, with the red brown hematite. Let's try that. Red brown hematite. Oof, that's one beautiful color. And the chromium I think this is just going to make, oh, this will make like a very dark burnt umber. Yeah. Okay, now I have to remember what I just did here. I did augite, porphyroid, oops, plus, what did I do? I did it with chromium cobalt mist. And then this one is red brown hematite plus, what did I mix this with? Now I forgot. What did I mix it with? Well, maybe someone can write in the comments what I just mixed this with, because I just forgot. Yeah, I can't remember. Brown hematite. I think I mixed it with the green mist. Let me test it. Yeah, that's what I did. So I'm using the back of a paper that I had already swatched on. So I'm not using the best side of the paper to do swatching, but for experimentation, it's fine. Well, I think that's it for this. I'm sure I missed something. I probably didn't do ruby mist with anything, did I? Oh, I didn't mix ruby mist with anything. Let's try ruby mist mixed with rose mist. Probably just be another purple or something. There's my ruby mist. And here's the purple mist. I shouldn't mix this on the paper. I should be mixing it in the palette, but I'm kind of run out of room. Okay, so it gives a different type of purple. Okay. Oh, I did do ruby mist with something before, with the rose mist. All right, so here is my experimentation page, and we'll wait and see what those look like when they dry. The other ones have not dried 100%. So I will wait on that and I'll be back. Hi, I'm back. These are mostly dry. I just can't wait all night for them to completely dry, but I think you'll get the picture. These actually look very nice. There's a lot of movement. The granulation is pretty evident here. They're interesting colors. And White Nights, I mean, I put this on here. I like to decorate my boxes. It's a nice set. The pans are pretty big. It's reasonably priced, comparatively speaking, to other professional brands. I wouldn't say they're my favorite. I'm very partial to these other little tiny handmade brands, but I would use these definitely, and probably would use these in bigger paintings because I'm not, they are larger palettes. They are more affordable, so I'd be less precious with them. So hope you enjoyed this, and maybe you'll give White Nights a try. Have a great evening, and see you next time. Oh, and please, if you wouldn't mind, please give a thumbs up, and if you would like to subscribe, I would totally appreciate it. But if you like my videos, if you comment, any kind of interaction that way, if you subscribe, that means that my videos will actually get seen by more people. Because right now, they're kind of like hidden. They're not going to pop up in people's searches that easily. So that's just the way the algorithm works. So appreciate all of you for taking the time to watch this, and have a great night. Bye.